Hi everybody, this is Jim West with Carolina Varsity. I want to talk about the 4A Sandhills Conference. This is the same conference as last year's Southeastern Conference with the addition of Jack Britt's and with 71st. And this is going to be a very good conference. I don't think it's going to be it's not the best conference in the state, but I'm going to say it's probably in the top five. This is a good, fun conference to watch. Number one, I got to go with Scotland. I think Scotland has the parts to win the small 4A state championship. They won it, I believe it was 2011. They won it, and this team they got a really good defense. They got a couple of runners that did over 1,000 yards of rushing. I like this team. If they stay healthy, to me, they got to be talked about as being a potential winner of the 4A state championship. Number two, 3, and 4 to me are kind of all mixed, are all together. I'm going with Richmond County at 2. I think Brian Till was a very good hire for Richmond County. There's something to be said about a guy that knows the people, that knows the culture, knows how to relate to the players. And I think Brian Till is one of these guys that can. He did a really good job at Terry Sanford. Took a program that was losing and made it into a winner. I think they might be a year out, which is really interesting. Ever since Richmond County has been created, they've always won the state championship in years to end in 8. So they won in 78, 88, 98, and 2008. So I'm going to guess next year might be the year that they could win it all. And actually, on paper, they look like a team that could be a top 5 team next year. So keep an eye out for Richmond County. Number 3, got to go with my buddy Metzger over at Pinecrest. I think there's not much difference between Richmond County and the other team, the number 4 team that I want to mention just a little bit. I think the Patriots will have a better defense this coming season, and I like their quarterback play. I saw the quarterback play the passing game last year. I really was a big fan of it. Coach Metzger has done a good job at Pinecrest, and this is a program that before Metzger was there was just not known for football, and thus I'm kind of partial to Pinecrest because my grandfather was a big booster of Southern Pines High School, and then later on at Pinecrest. Number 4, going with 71st. This is going to be a fun year for 71st. They've got a quarterback that's returning. I like their defense. They're running. One of their good running backs has graduated, but I think they're going to be a good enough that they're going to be right there in the mix with Pinecrest and Richmond. Maybe just a little bit behind the two, but not by much. Number 5, I'm going with Lumberton. I think they're a very safe pick for number 5. I don't see them necessarily challenging the top 4 teams, and also don't think they're going to lose to the bottom 3. So they do return a pretty good quarterback, rising junior. My biggest concern is, are they going to be able to how they're going to do in the trenches, how their line, the offensive line, and defensive line want to be. If they get get their line play where it's extra special, they can make some noise in the playoffs. So don't dismiss the Lumberton Pirates. Number 6, 7, 8, take your pick. I think all 3 of these teams are pretty close together. I had Jack Britt at number 6. They were kind of stuck in the mud all last year. Couldn't really score. That was their biggest problem. They have a coaching change. I don't know exactly how how the team's going to react to the coaching change, but right now I have them at 6, and I have Hoke County at 7. Hoke has been another team that's just been kind of I don't know. It's hard to explain. They have talents, but they always play a very tough schedule, and they were in the Southeastern Conference for years, and it just seems like they're just maybe fallen just a little bit behind the times, but. Got Hoke at 7 and Purnell Sweat at 8. My biggest question with the Rams, are they going to be able to stop anybody from scoring? If their defense gels, they could finish as high as 6. Anyway, this is Jim West with Carolina Varsity, and thank you so much for listening to me.